What's up, 31 fam? How you doing? Welcome back to Horror Hangout. I almost said the wrong thing. So, I got too many shows going on. Yeah, we got Danny K back in the house with us. And this time, I'm fucking excited, man. We're dropping an F-bomb at the beginning of this episode. We're talking Terrifier. So, Danny, thank you for your time again, my man. I appreciate you jumping on, dude. It's been a long time coming. I've been trying to get this. We've been trying to nail this down for a little while, man. Everybody's so busy. Everybody, like me, you, Josh, Chris, my wife, your wife, the kids, the dogs, everybody's just busy, busy, busy. So it's a pleasure to be able to hang out with you, man. I really do appreciate it. Danny K is one of the original 31 fan. He was 31 fan before I knew what the fuck 31 fan was.
Yeah. OG.
For sure.
But this was an awesome movie, man. I really enjoyed it.
I'm so glad that you're saying that because you know who hasn't watched it yet?
Josh. Yeah, because I told him we were talking this.
I'm scared to have him watch it because I don't want him to hate it. But I want him to love it so much that I want him to watch it. But then I'm just like, it's one of those things that I hope he just organically falls into it one day and decides to watch it on his own. Because I'm not going to ask him to watch it. That's my best friend. Him and Chris, my best friends. I'm not going to make him watch something that I don't know that he'll like. Unless it's for Shopcast, I don't bring up Terrifier because I'll talk about it for 7 hours. Yeah. So.
Well, the way I look at it, if you like slashers, you should like this movie because this is an awesome slasher. I thought I was very entertained with it, and it never got boring.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is I think if you had to say, hey Randall, what percentage do you think it is that he likes it? I would probably say 75% that he does like it.
Yeah.
But I need like 90% before I make that man ruin a movie I love, because I love this movie and I don't take things personally often like that. But I think I would get a little sad if he was just like, dude, this shit was trash. I try not to talk about his movies like that, even if I don't like them. And he's gotten me to like a couple of movies that I used to not really care for. I didn't used to like The Thing very much, which now is like one of my favorite movies. And I didn't understand. We disagreed on Evil Dead a lot. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. And for whatever reason, I think I was just misunderstanding something. He and I still disagree on a lot of stuff about Evil Dead. Yeah. But I think the fact that we've talked about it so much, I love that movie now. I watch it all the time. But you know, I'm a weird person. I got weird tastes, man. I'm very 90s oriented because I grew up in the 90s. So Evil Dead was one of those things where when I first saw it, I just didn't get it. So I was young and I just never went back to it. So I think, as a matter of fact, that's the same story with Terrifier. The first time I watched it, I didn't get it. I didn't even make it through the first. I didn't even make it through the first viewing at all. I turned it off halfway through. Shit, not even that far. Probably a third of the way through, and I just didn't like it. And then like later on, for some reason, I think I was bored and just looking for something to watch, and I went back to it and was like, wait, what am I doing, bro? This is amazing. And I felt dumb, dude. I felt stupid, but.
So, Art the Clown, doesn't he first appear in All Hallows Eve?
Yeah, but they're not really connected.
They're not. So I didn't figure so. So I figured I could watch Terrifier without watching that movie.
Yeah, it's not even the same actor played Art the Clown.
Okay, and is he also in All Hallows Eve too? There's 2 of those movies, or is there one? I'm not sure.
I think there's just one.
Okay.
From this director.
Right. Okay. And, yeah. So which one did you watch first? I'm curious.
I watched Terrifier first.
Okay. And what about? Do you recommend the other one? Is it good?
I like it. I like it. It's not as good, but I like it. And you can see, it's kind of like watching El Mariachi and then watching Desperado. You can see, if you watch the good one first and then you go back and watch the not good one, quote unquote, which I don't agree with that statement. Both of those movies are good. El Mariachi and All Hallows Eve are both good movies. But you can see, it almost is recommended to do it that way, because then you can go back and appreciate that, man, this dude had it from day one, because you can see that when you're doing All Hallows Eve, you can see that he knew what he was doing, and that he had a vision that he wasn't going to let go of. And I think that's important, and I think that truly great directors have that. And Damien Leone, in my opinion, is a great director. He created something. He created this. This is his creation. That man is somebody that I would love to be able to have that kind of talent, because that's crazy. Yeah.
And Art the Clown is like one of the scariest, creepiest villains I've ever seen. And after seeing this movie, I think he's very underrated, because I hardly ever hear anybody talk about him or this movie.
I've got so much Terrifier stuff in this room, bro.
Dude, yeah, I can see behind. Is that like a real mask behind you?
It is. And I got this at a horror convention. I actually bought this. It's a shadow box, obviously. I actually bought it so that I could figure out if I could create better ones, which I hope I don't offend anybody that ever watched it. Yes, I can, and I'm going to. I'm gonna have stuff like this that I'm gonna be having at my store. I mean, obviously, I picked Terrifier because it's my favorite movie, but because he had a ton of stuff. But I wanted to see if I could create something like this. But how cool is this, man? little shadow box with some 3D art in there.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I have so much Terrifier stuff.
And I remember watching that video with, what is it, David Howard Thornton?
Yeah, David Howard Thornton.
Man, he seems like a really cool, nice dude, and he killed it as Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm. It's so crazy to think of him as that character when you're like, he's so nice.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to do the show again in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So,
oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, isn't Terrifier 2 supposed to be coming out? Or?
October.
Oh, October.
It's filmed. It's done. They're in post-production right now.
Well, that's cool, man. Now we're both looking forward to it.
Bro, I'm so excited for that. That's like, people keep going, what's your favorite horror movie coming out this year? And I'm like, well, assuming it comes out, Terrifier 2. And they're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, God dang it. It drives me nuts. But like, so real quick, for anybody that's wondering what Terrifier is, it is a, like you said, basically a slasher flick. It's a throwback to the 80s, but it was made in 2016, I think. And it's the most violent, gory, just, it's unnecessarily so, but it's exactly what you want if you want this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Art the Clown has now become, in my opinion, a horror icon. It's an underrated character, but I think after this next one comes out, if it's as good as I think it's going to be, it's going to shoot him to the next level, because then he will have had a trio of movies come out. He'll be able to say, no, I was in a trilogy. That makes you a big character, man. You can't be in a trilogy and not be big.
True.
It's a movie about this clown. It don't really give you much backstory. It's a clown that hangs out at this warehouse and murders people. And there's these two girls that go to get some food after a Halloween party, and their car has a flat, and yeah, dude, all hell breaks loose. And it is I mean, there's like crazy ladies that talk to like fake baby dolls. There's a dude that's cleaning the place that smokes a lot of cigarettes. I talked to him too. He was really nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did an interview with him too. He's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, dude, this movie has tons of gore and great practical effects too.
Some of the best, dude. Some of the best that I've seen in a long time.
It's so awesome.
Okay, let's talk about what you wrote down. I'm gonna let you take over for a minute. I want to hear what you had to say, because I love seeing this from a fresh perspective.
So right away, we get a cool scene where the interviewer is talking to this deformed girl, and she looks like she's been mauled or whatever, face torn off or whatever. And the interviewer's talking shit behind her back, saying, "Oh my God, she's so ugly." And that girl jumps on her and like gouges her eyes out, and she's all laughing and bloody. And I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be a screwed up movie. And
jump.
Yeah. And then when we first meet the two main girls, Art just shows up out of the blue and is just staring at him. And they like look away, but then they look back and he's gone. So that kind of gives us our first clue, like maybe he's supernatural. I don't know what you think about that. Like, I mean, is he a real dude, or is he like?
So the way I look at it is this, dude. There are no rules in horror movies. So, Michael Myers disappeared. I hear he's supernatural. I don't know. Honestly, probably. I would say if you asked Damien Leone what his hey, you're the guy that made this character. Is he supernatural? I would almost certainly say that he would say yes. He has to, because he does a few things, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. Or when the two girls, the blonde and the brunette, I forget their names. I think the brunette's Tara.
Yeah.
But when they're eating pizza, and then Art, he just sits down and he's staring at him, and he keeps making all these funny faces at him. It's just hilarious, man. Like, he's so creepy, though. Clown and creepy, but he's also makes you want to laugh.
Yeah.
And I think his character is what really makes this movie. It's probably the best part.
Oh no, dude!
Art
without
the Clown.
That character, this movie wouldn't even be possible.
Like, he's a better villain than Pennywise, probably.
Yeah, he's hands down the best clown.
Yeah, dude. And another messed up scene when the restaurant and that dude kicks him out. And they go in the bathroom, and there's like shit all over the wall.
Dude, everywhere, bro. He like shaved his hands and rubbed it all over the bathroom.
He like wrote his name with shit, and I'm like, all right, this dude's fucked up. Like,
and he comes out, and the dude's head's a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, that is awesome.
No, I like whenever they're sitting at the table, and he's like, he has that stupid little hat on. He's like, to the girls, and bro, how stunning were those young ladies, though. My
Oh
goodness,
yeah,
that bro,
definitely.
yeah, so
Yeah.
pretty. And man, so Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, told me that in Terrifier 2, they have a scene that tops the hacksaw scene.
Oh, I was just about to get to that, but that's crazy, dude. I
Man,
definitely
I
gotta
know,
see
dude.
this then.
Okay, well, hey, that's a good segue. What do you got to say about it?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, yeah, he kidnaps the brunette, and then she's tied to a chair, and then her friend, the blonde, is hanging upside down. Which I guess we can spoil stuff here in this video, right? But
I'll put it in the title. I'll put
okay,
spoiler
so
review. I mean, the movie's 5 years old. If you haven't
yeah,
watched it yet, you can't get mad about
so
that.
you get this chick, and she's hot. She's topless, hanging upside down. So it looks kind of cool, but then he like rips her panties off and just starts sawing it. Oh my God, it was
Dude,
hard to watch. Like
dude,
I
the
almost couldn't
noises.
watch, and it was like it was so graphic and gory, and it looked real, and it was one of the most shocking, craziest things I've ever seen in a movie.
Did you see the smile on my face? I can't quit smiling because I love this so much. Uh, yes, bro. When I first saw that, I literally had to stop it, rewind it, and go, "That really didn't happen." And
Oh,
then like play it again. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" They showed this man cutting this woman in half, and then they
that
show
was
the back angle. It's the saw is like in her butt cheeks. Like, so to my understanding, what they did was they took the saw blade and they flipped it around so it wasn't sharp. It was dull. It was like
okay.
flat. And they basically had her say that, okay, yeah, they put a thong on and then they put it in there and they covered it all in blood. So you really couldn't tell. And then they started just moving it back and forth and they just flashed at it a couple times real quick with the camera. So it's actually a saw in her butt crack, basically. Like, and that, again, to my understanding, I may have that incorrect. If I do and anybody knows for a fact, let me know in the comments.
Right.
But that's what I was told by a couple people.
Yeah, that's
None
a
of
scene.
none of which was David Howard Thornton. This is somebody else. So I just want people.
Okay.
I'm not. If it was him, I would just say David told me. But I was told that that's kind of what they did, and I was like, that makes sense. It made sense to me, so I just kind of was like, all right. Never really questioned it. But either
Yeah,
way,
dude.
that was a gory, violent.
And that's a scene that'll stick with you, and
A
especially
little bit.
me because like I do irrigation at work, and I actually use a hacksaw almost daily. 'Cause I swear, dude, I was using that today, and I instantly think of that scene, and I'm like, wow. So it's pretty much scarred me for life, but in a good way. It's if you like that kind of stuff, that's why this movie is up there.
I like this movie because it breaks a bunch of rules that people seem to think that can't be broken. Do you know where I'm going with this? There's one thing that he does in this movie that everybody gets pissed about, and I love it.
What?
He shoots that girl.
Oh, yep, I have that written down.
Yeah, bro.
He pulls
like-
it out of nowhere.
He's like, fuck this. Bam.
Yeah, because she's like beating him with a 2x4, and he's like weak, which I thought that was cool that you can actually hurt him. It's like
Yeah.
he's a real dude. And then he just pulls a gun and starts shooting her, and I'm like, whoa! I thought that was awesome because it's so
People like
unexpected.
slashers don't use guns. They
It's like,
do
well,
now.
Art does. He's a clown. Fuck it.
So one of the things about his character makeup, not his face makeup, but like the design of his character and like his whole thing is that I thought it was really cool and really smart that they made him A, look as creepy as he did, B, not come from nowhere. He's like a person walking down the street.
Yeah.
But I like that he's carrying that bag because what's in the bag?
Yeah.
A bunch of weapons, like just murder tools. Like it's like a hacksaw, a hammer, a nail gun, a this, a that, and it's just like all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
What's more scary than seeing a guy walking down the street and now every time you see a guy carrying a trash bag, even though if you know it's clothes in there, you're gonna be like, does that guy have a hacksaw in there? Like,
Yeah.
it's
And
just great. It's just great character
Yeah.
building, I guess you'd call it.
And also, this movie takes place on Halloween night, so he can get away with dressing and looking like that.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm
people
waiting
aren't
for all the
expecting
slashers to pop up with COVID masks on.
Oh. But yeah, and then I also thought it was funny when Art he takes a selfie with the dead blonde chick hanging upside down.
Oh yeah.
And then his gun jams or it runs out of bullets when he's shooting her, and he reloads it and he just shoots her a bunch of times in the face. And you're like, oh shit. So like the main character, she's supposed to be the final girl. Bam. So there you
Dude,
go about breaking rules.
I'm telling you, man, I
So
was just waiting for you to stop so I could say that, dude. Yes, I love it,
yeah,
man. I love that it, because everybody was mad about the gun and about the girl getting killed. They're like, wait, what? And I'm like, that's the best part because it's hard now to be original at all. That is original. He killed the main character like halfway through the movie, and and then uses a gun for a slasher villain, which isn't supposed to happen. Imagine if Michael Myers had a gun. Like,
yeah. But Art, he's a clown, so fuck it, anything goes.
right?
And then you get this weird homeless chick carrying around the baby doll.
Right?
And there's that part where she's trying to comfort Art, and Art's like cuddling, and he starts sucking on his thumb.
It's
I'm
so
like,
weird.
okay, yeah, this is weird. But then, after that hacksaw scene, you think this movie can't get any more fucked up. But then it does.
I know where you're going with this.
So Art gets naked and disguises himself as a woman, and he cuts off this woman's breasts, and he's wearing them.
And
It's a
he
homeless
scalped
chick,
her
right?
too. He scalped her.
Yeah, he's wearing her hair.
And he cut off like, I don't even know how he did it, man. I think he just cut like her boobs and her shoulder blades off and like threw it over his shoulder, and he had his like dick tucked back, and he was like walking all funny.
And he's chasing the girl's sister, I think it is, and he's just like, it's like, oh my god, this is.
She's like, oh, is it you? And I think it was the blonde chick, wasn't it? And she thinks it's her friend.
Yeah.
And then he comes around the corner, and he turns around, and it's got like the clown face with the blonde hair, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. In case anyone's watching, you might not want to watch this movie if there's kids around.
You definitely don't want to watch this movie if there's
like,
kids around.
My daughter was in her room, and I kept making sure that she's not coming out because this is a weird movie. It's an adult movie, we'll say that.
I'm pretty cool with letting my kids watch horror movies and stuff, but I think this one would. I don't even let my wife watch this one. So I say I don't control my wife. People, calm down.
Yeah.
I don't ask her to watch it. Dude, people are so sensitive. They're like, he said let. I told my wife, I bought her for $14 in a donkey in 1997.
But what's so great about this movie is not just the killing. Like, you get Michael Jason walking around and they don't do nothing but kill, which is cool. They're good movies. But the way he acts, like there's this part he's just riding this little tricycle in a circle.
Just like doing his own thing, bro. He's just chilling.
And I like this part when he tries to suffocate the girl, and then she eventually gets free and she like stabs him in the foot. And he's like, pain. He don't make noises, but then he just flips her off.
Yeah, he's all like, yeah, he's like, dude,
like the shit's hilarious. Like the comedy equals out all the crazy shit that's happening.
All right, I gotta ask you this real quick. You brought up the plastic bag thing. Am I the only person that gets really pissed off when you see somebody die over a plastic bag?
Yeah, it's like the thinnest piece of plastic. Like, what? She could like stick her finger and make a hole.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Is like, you can't just pop a hole in it and be like, like anytime I've ever seen that in a movie, I go, but why? Like, you just basically let somebody murder you. That's smart.
Yeah. So and then
I love this movie, dude.
Yeah, and then Art's like beating the final girl now with like this chain with a hook on it. And the old janitor, the first janitor guy, like ends up saving her, but then Art kills that guy and stomps on his head, and it just crushes like a melon. And then that girl like runs into this barn or garage or whatever, and Art's trying to get in, and he gets pissed, so he just starts honking this horn at her, like ha ha ha.
I have one of those horns. Check it out. Like, literally, Art the Clown's face is on it.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Art just breaks in with the truck, hits her with the truck, and he's just jamming out the music.
Oh, isn't it like some like death metal shit?
I don't know. I forget.
Like,
but
it's heavy. It's heavy music.
Yeah, and he's just jamming out. And then the cops bust in finally, and he's just sitting there like eating her face. And
Dude,
I'm like, what the fuck?
But
then it turns out she's the girl in the beginning with the deformed face.
Yeah, yeah.
That part was kind of predictable for me, but at first I thought it was gonna be the first brunette that turns out to be, but then they kill her.
No, it's her sister. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
that's
I don't know.
The twist is good. Is that it's her sister, not her.
Yeah, so there you go.
And if you're not paying really close attention, or if you're like super just into the movie, you'll forget all about that girl at the beginning.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I would imagine that. But you know what, man? This was an awesome movie. Like, it never got slow. It never got boring. There was always something cool happening, going from one screwed up scene to the next, and it was kind of over the top, but not too over the top.
It's weird, huh? It's a good, good like. Chris really liked it too. I was happy that he liked it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, if you're watching, Josh, just check out the movie because we'd like to hear what you have to say about it. Well, Randall really might not if you have something bad.
No, I would love to hear what he has to say. So would Nick Cage.
Yeah, I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd, which 3 stars to me, that means it's good. That's a good movie.
3 out of how many? 4?
5.
Oh, dude, 3 out of 5 is a terrible score.
Yeah, well, I know you'd probably give it 5 out of 5.
No, I mean, I would give it like I don't grade things on a scale like that. Like I don't do like stars because I need to have decimal points. I would be like a 9, 5 out of 10.
It's just because Letterboxd they make you do stars and it's 1 through 5. But the way I look at it,
I guess if I had to choose 4 or 5, I'd have to go 5 because of how much I love the movie. But
yeah. But man, I really liked it because I was scared that I wasn't gonna like it, especially after watching Driller Killer.
I was a little worried you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, but this was way different than Driller Killer. It was just action, nonstop, horror, plenty of gore.
What movies get a 4-star out of you then?
Shit. Well, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Like, I don't know, Pulp Fiction, for example, I'll give that 5 stars because that's my favorite movie of all time.
I mean, yeah, but like the reason I'm asking is because whenever I look at like and I don't actually care, I'm just making conversation about it, but like whenever I look at like a feedback on stuff and it's got 3.75 stars on something that I would naturally assume would have like 4.5 out of 5.
Right.
I always wonder like what got it 3, and I think it's folks like you that think 3 is a good score, and I say think 3 as in like to you 3 is a good score,
yeah.
Whereas to me 3 doesn't seem that good. Like I would give like Black Widow a 3-star.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying we look at it.
Okay.
I've always wondered how these averages get to where they're at. Is all I'm saying.
That's just my way of thinking. Like to me, 3 means good, 2 means bad, 1 means horrible, then 4 means great, and 5 means like perfect. But that's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, this is why I don't like the 5 stars because it's hard to not have decimal points
right.
for me. Because I'm so weird about it. I like to be like 8.5.
And like you, I try to grade on like personal score. Like I'm not the hugest slasher fan like you are. I'm not up there with you. If I was, this would probably be 5 stars. When it comes to slashers, this like instantly became one of my favorites. Like this is up there. Like
it's
I like
shame
this
on Letterboxd, and I just got Letterboxd, so I don't know anything about it. If you give it a star grade, do you get to put a comment too, or is it just a star grade?
Yo, you get to write down whatever you want.
See, that's cool. I could dig that. I could dig 3 stars with an explanation as to why you gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, check out my Letterboxd. I wrote some stuff about it.
Okay, see that
it's positive.
That makes it a lot better to me.
Yeah.
Because 3 stars with no explanation to me seems kind of negative, but 3 stars with an explanation could mean what you said. No, this is just how he grades things. And
I'll look you up on Letterboxd. Are you the shop?
Yeah, I'll follow you too. I just barely got it. I only follow Chris and Josh right now. I just like
yeah, I'm new
last
too.
Weekend got it.
Yeah, mine was like a few weeks ago I started it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I want everybody to like this movie because I think they put a lot into it, and I think that they deserve funding for more projects. That's really what it boils down to. Is I think that they deserve funding for more projects.
It's underrated, man. Like this is a great slasher, and Art the Clown. He's probably one of my favorite horror villains.
Yeah. I mean, I fully agree with that, and I think
I love how mysterious he is because we don't know anything about him. We don't even know what he looks like under the mask.
I would love for them to continue with that, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to let us know more about him in the next movie, and I really don't want them to. But it ain't my property; it's theirs. So I will watch it. I'll probably love it, and that's all that matters. So.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if I had my own movies, they'd be pretty. People probably wouldn't like them much, so I should shut up. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I definitely gave this one a 9.5 out of 10. It's almost perfect.
I need to pick up the Blu-ray. Did they make a steelbook for this? I think
they did.
You probably have it, right?
I do.
Is that it behind you?
Check this shit out, bro.
I know you got the VHS, don't you?
I've got a lot of stuff. So we'll talk Art the Clown for a minute here. So I picked up Broke Horror Fan makes VHS tapes, and they're really limited. I got the one that's got the black and white cover, and I also got the one with the full colored cover. And I think the black and white one is only 50 made, and I think this one was 150. I might have the numbers wrong, but I think they're very limited. I can tell you that. And then I got these are both signed by David. This is a custom made cover for my DVD, and then this is what the Blu-ray comes looking like. I bought some black cases to put them in because they come in blue cases, and I think it looks stupid. I'm that nerdy guy. I like to make my stuff all custom if I can. And then here's the big mamma jamma right here. This was expensive. It is a special edition box. This is a big giant slipcover. When you open it up, it's got custom art. And then it's got these two boxes. And okay, so one box, so check out the artwork. So one box has got that on one side. This is all like fan art. Got these two here. And then you've got this one here, which I really like. And then you've got the lenticular cover, dude.
Are those Blu-rays or?
So I'm gonna show you. Check it out. It's weird, man. This is I think this was Italian, and it was very expensive, and they only made a couple hundred of them, but I couldn't pass it up, dude. I just had to have it. Also comes with Damian Leone put together a art packet and a book. It's got two books with it on like the making of the movie, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them is, yep, it does come with the steel book.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it may even come with two steel books, to be honest with you, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're not a fan at all.
I know, right? Dude, hey, take a wild guess how much this cost me.
$400.
Not quite that much, but it was like $250 something.
Hey, man, that's worth it, man, because shit like that, the price will only go up.
Not just that, but I truly love this property here. Like, this is something that I'll never get rid of until I absolutely have to. It looks good in my background. It means something to me, and it serves many more purposes than just being a movie that I really like. It's so much more to me. And David Howard Thornton was the first actor that was kind enough to let me have some of his time. I'll never not like this stuff, dude. These guys will never ever be able to do something where I wouldn't back them with my time and money.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome, man. Great character, and he's an awesome dude.
He's such a nice
guy.
I can't wait to talk to him again, just to say hi and see how he's doing, man. Hopefully I won't take as much of his time next time, because we kept talking and talking and talking. Same with the other guy, the guy who plays the janitor. We talked for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I love long form conversation like that. It's fun, man. I sit here and I'll talk with anybody, man. I don't. And the thing is that I'll talk with David Howard Thornton, and then I'll talk with I talked to Josh Rubin, the guy that did Scare Me and Werewolves Within, and he said he would do another interview with me, but he hasn't gotten back to me, so I don't think he's going to. But like, I'll talk to that guy, and then I'll turn around and I'll get just as excited about talking to some kid I met at a con, because to me it's all just talking to people that love horror movies. It has nothing to do with fame or money or status or anything. It's just, do you like horror movies? Oh, you do? Let's talk. And you know,
I'm still waiting on when you're gonna have Nick Cage on your channel.
Yo, bro. Okay, I'll tell you my idea after we're not recording anymore, because I don't want it to get out to the public yet until I get it done. Okay. You're gonna love this, bro. You're gonna shit when I tell you what I'm fixing to do. It's so funny.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I can't wait. Well, cool, man. Anything else you want to talk about Terrifier?
I think I said all I wanted to say. I just want to say it surprised me. It was an awesome movie. Very underrated horror character, and anyone watching that's thinking about watching it, just watch it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but I have a feeling if you like this channel, you probably will like that movie.
More than likely. So I only have one more question regarding Terrifier for you, and that is, when it comes to Terrifier 2, is there anything that you hope happens in that movie? Is there anything that you hope you get to learn about him or anything? Or are you just kind of gonna buckle in and go for a ride?
Buckle, go for a ride, but it would be cool if they take place directly after the first one, because I like when movies do that. I don't know if he should go after that deformed girl to finish the job. It seems like she's probably suffering enough.
Have you not seen the trailer yet?
No, I haven't.
Cool. I'll talk to you more about it when we watch the trailer.
Okay, I've seen it. But as long as it has the same amount of excitement and I'm not bored and it's got the crazy kills and gore and all that great stuff, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. I don't really. I hope as a matter of fact, I hope they don't go too far with letting us know more about Art. I don't want to know more about him. I want to keep him mysterious.
I agree. I like the mysteriousness. You don't
like. Yeah. I saw that Halloween Kills trailer and it looks like they're gonna take Michael Myers' mask off, and I'm just like, would you stop it, please? Like, I don't. But
I almost don't like watching.
That,
I almost don't like watching trailers just because a lot of them give away too much. And it's
that stuff doesn't bother me.
Oh, don't? Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. No, because I'm gonna watch it anyways, dude. Dude, what is gonna happen in any movie that's completely original?
Right.
Nothing. So I don't care. Like anything that happens, we've seen it before, except maybe a specific type of kill in a horror movie. But like even then, they're gonna be close to some kind of kill to happen.
True.
But awesome, dude. Well, thanks again for your time, Danny. I appreciate it, man. Everybody's watching. I appreciate your time as well. It's without you guys, we would just fizzle into nothingness, man. I would be talking to air, which is fine. I would do it anyways. I talk too much, but you know how we do it over here at Horde 31, man. Thank you so much. If you got suggestions or things you want to talk about in the comments, please be polite. Keep it cool, man. I may be kind of a crazy guy sometimes, but we're an inclusive bunch over here, and this is no bully zone. So you act foolish, we're gonna block you, kick you out. But yeah, you know the mantra over here at 31, okay? Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone else. See you soon.
Peace.